All right, today we're working on a Craftsman snowblower. This just came in. I haven't looked at it at all. Based off of what the customer's telling me, I'm pretty sure I already know what's going on. So a lot of times with these snowblowers, they don't get used that often. Whether we don't get that much snow or they just don't bother snow blowing in the driveway, they just don't get used much. So the gas goes bad, carburetors get gummed up. As you can see, this thing's almost brand new. It's still got the tags on it and it's not running. So I'm going to show you guys how to fix that. Super simple. Need two tools, either a 10 mil or a 3/8 wrench and a flat screwdriver. And I'm going to try to do this with one hand too. Flip it up like this, and you'll find this guy right here. Any snowblower ever is going to have that. Whether it's a 2-stroke or 4-stroke, you're going to have a carburetor. It's going to have a float bowl on it. You'll see that little screw right there. Take your 10 mil or your 3/8 wrench and put it on that screw. This one here is a drain. Not gonna take it out because we're gonna dump gas anyway. It's inevitable. Crack that bolt loose. Take that baby out, and I can smell it already. Normally you can smell the gas that's bad in them. And if you look, you can see a little bit of sediment on the top of that screw there, which is a good indicator of oh yeah, look at that. That's not supposed to be in there. That's just gelled up fuel, just turning nasty. So then you'll take your flat screwdriver, and right inside there, there's a jet. Be careful not to strip it out. Make sure you get a screwdriver that fits correctly. Loosen this up. Now these can be a bear to get out sometimes because when these get all gummed up, they don't, you can loosen them up, but see there, I got it all the way loose right there, and you can see it's still quite a ways up in there. So a lot of times what you gotta do, you gotta set the blower down like this. Oh, there you go. Kind of wiggle it, and then there's our jet. You should be able to see through this, and you can't. It's plugged up pretty good. Sometimes you can blow them out. A lot of times you use a torch tip cleaner, little files, and clean it out. What I like to do is have a glove on like this, and you can file it. You file it until you start seeing brass flakes. Once you start seeing brass flakes, you know you've got it all, you've cleaned it out until the, you know, it's back to the size you need. If you're filing it out and you're just getting like fuel sediment and nasty flakes, you have to keep going, or else it's not going to run right. So I'm going to get this cleaned up. We're going to get this put back together and see if it fires up. All right, we're back. I got my jet cleaned out. You can actually see through it in the camera. Now here's a little tip. If you don't have torch tip cleaners, use the wires of a wire brush. Most people have something like this laying around. You can use that to clean that out. So now that we got that all done, I'm gonna stick that back in there. And I also wire wheeled around here and then cleaned out this bowl as well. So we're gonna get this put back in. There's that. Float bowl. Tighten that up. This doesn't have to be super tight, just snugged up. Set it back down. Check your oil before you try. I already did. Here's your choke. That way would be choke off. That way would be choke on. Turn choke on. Give it just a second to let that fuel run down into the carburetor. Give it a couple primes. Now you hear that little bit of surge. Sometimes as they warm up, that'll go away. Sometimes that can be some bad gas left in the fuel line. So I advise putting like a fuel stabilizer, seafoam or something in your gas, just letting, to clean that out. That surge, if it doesn't go away, that's a improper air to fuel mixture. So you probably didn't clean that jet out enough. That's why I like the torch tip cleaners, because they have it's like a little file, and you can file that essentially to another size if you have to. But if you don't take the carburetor off, you shouldn't have to worry about vacuum leaks. That surge can be caused by there being a vacuum leak, sucking air around this gasket here. But if you don't take it off, you shouldn't have to worry about that, especially in my case with this being brand new. So hope this helps. Get your snowblower running. All right, take it easy.